Okay, we're live. What's up, guys? It's your boy WF, representing WF Madden. Well, you got the best Madden tips at your fingertips, at your eyeballs on this channel. You know, I try to give you guys everything you need to be successful in the game of John Madden football. Now, today is a new tip. Today is a requested tip from one of my loyal subscribers. My man wanted to see something from the Denver Broncos playbook, and if you request it, I'll do my best to give it to you. Though before we even hop into that tip, guys, if you guys want to see anything in particular, any tips that you guys need help with in Madden 20, just anything that's just giving you any kind of trouble, some hurdle you want to try to get over, let me know. Leave it in the comments and I'll do my best to try to give you guys what you need to get better at the game. That's why I'm here. I do this channel for you guys, to help you guys improve as players. Now let's dive back into this tip. It's from the Singleback Wing Slot formation in the Denver Broncos playbook, and the play is Jet 6 Drive Wheel. That's a little bit of a mouthful, but let's hop into the play. Now, coming right off the bat, I'm just going to say this right now. A lot of people don't tell you guys the deficiencies in the plays that they put out. The issue with this play, the only one issue, is it does not beat cover 4. Cover 4 quarters in specific. It beats every other coverage. See, a lot of people don't give you that now. They just try to give you a play and try to pass it off and say this play is unstoppable. I'll give you guys the real. So this is what the play looks like as soon as you break the huddle. Very easy adjustments, guys. First things first, you want to take your A tight end. As you can see on the screen, it is Noah Fant to put him on a streak. Next up, you take your B wide receiver and you put him on an out route. And then you're going to end up motioning your B wide receiver from left to right and then snapping the ball once he is, kind of set. And once you get in practice mode, you'll understand the timing and how things work. But that's pretty much all you really have to do. But you can take this Y running back. You can take him off of his check and release route and you can just have him block the whole time. It doesn't really matter. I personally like to have him block because I just like that extra security, but that's just me. But it isn't needed. You can just have him there as a check down if you want him. But yeah, it's very simple. Just snap the ball once he gets across the line. Once he gets across, pretty much to the full side. And this is pretty much what the play is going to look like after everything is said and done. So let me just break down the reads real quick. You're going to be looking, as soon as you snap the ball, you're going to be looking for your A tight end off the line of scrimmage. You're going to be seeing, is there any type of wiggle room to where you could just hit him for a quick little, pot pass? We take free yardage over here. Around here in the WF Madden YouTube page, we take free yardage. We preach free yardage. If the big play may be there, but guess what? You may be getting screamed at, they may be blitzing, some things may go wrong, your O-line may suck. The Denver Broncos O-line sucks, but if the free yardage is there to A, take it. For whatever reason, if A is guarded, which more than likely he will be guarded if you're playing someone decent on defense, you move your eyes directly to the RB button, that tight end. Look at that shallow cross, the kind of drag route shallow cross from him. He is your second read. Your third read will be the B wide receiver. You have a nice little follow concept between RB and B, which works very well. And then last but not least, your last read is the X wide receiver for the big play down the middle of the field. Now we have cover 3 on the screen right here. So let me just snap the ball and go through everything. Nice solid pass by my man Drew Lock. Let's hop into the replay. First things first, we're going to go through the reads again. Your first read will be my man right here, which I mentioned before. Now, he's breaking vertically, and then you have a drag route, a shallow cross coming underneath him. Now, the computer is more than likely going to stick with this the seam, but if you get a user control player, he may read that, okay, you're trying to brush him off vertically and try to run the drag underneath. They may stick with the drag, and that'll leave you with some room for the nice pot pass to this tight end up the seam. But let's just carry on with the reads. You got him right here working his way across, and you have a nice little follow concept to where if there's a situation where there's space, which there is right here, you could throw this ball right here. I just held on to the ball for the longer pass so I can show everything in totality. But if you feel comfortable, you can make this pass as well. Also, this player, once the tight end passes, once he drops him off to the safety, he may try to chase after this first initial drag, which gives you even more room to make this nice little pass to this in route for the follow route concept. And then last but not least, you have another route that's breaking over the middle. So it's just a lot of things happening across the middle for anybody that's trying to use a cover. You got this guy coming back late and deeper across the middle for the big play for some sizable yardage. So that's pretty much how the whole thing breaks itself down. Let's hop into Tampa 2. I'll show you guys Tampa 2. Now, for Tampa 2, I'm just going to hold on to the ball, take a sack, and then I'm going to work through the replay. Same exact setup. As you can see, look at A, and then look at X. They're just naked. They're just naked. Let's hop into the replay. Let's talk about that. Same reads. By looking at this player, you'll be able to tell what coverage it is, because you'll be looking at the linebacker's reaction to it. You'll be able to tell, okay, this is zone coverage from this look right here, and then you see the safety split right down the middle. Oh man, it's cover 2. So once you diagnose as cover 2, you're gonna be able to, if things work out correctly, if you got the space, as you can see, there's plenty of space to hit this tight end down the seam for some pretty big yardage. But you still got the nice little follow concept that's working its way across the shallow part of the field. So if you have time, you're able to wait long enough, you still got the ability to make something work with that as well. And then like I showed you, against cover 3, this player is breaking late and deeper across the middle of the field, especially if one of these other guys are being user controlled. If this guy is user controlling this hook zone, or this hook zone is being user controlled, that leaves a lot of opportunity for this route to break across the middle of the field. So we're gonna throw both of those routes right now. Hopping back into cover 2, as you guys can see it. Same setup. We're gonna see if we can hit the tight end A down the seam. And we can. Noah Fant's pretty fast too. Look at the big play yardage that you're able to achieve from that. Gonna hop in cover 2 one more time. Not to mention, these Broncos wide receivers are bad. Like, they're horrible. Take a shot at X. And I was trying to buy as much time as I could, man. You saw the defensive end trying to get after me. Tried to buy as much time as humanly possible. He was on me. Luckily, I was able, like I said, I put my man in I made him block the entire time. I made Philip Lindsay block the whole time, and he came through for your boy. He came through and made a huge block, allowing me to get this ball off. But, you know, as you see the completion deeper, this follow concept is still here. So, you know, I give you guys the goods. So let's hop into cover 4 quarters. Even though I already said cover 4 quarters plays this extremely well, I want to show you exactly what I mean when I say it, because I don't want to just, you know, show you guys the nice and rosy pieces. I'm telling you exactly the real when it comes to this Madden stuff. Let's take a look. And now my O-line wants to hold up. Now they want to hold up. Now they want to block somebody. Let's take a look at this replay. Let's go read by read. Cover 4 quarters. Like I said, this play isn't the strongest against cover 4 quarters, especially if someone on defense actually knows what they're doing. But like I said, first read is here. In this situation, you can't pop past this. So it all really determines how successful this play is what's going on with this guy in his 3-rec hook zone. If he plays a 3-rec with some sense, he's going to take this away. And that's where things start becoming an issue with cover 4 quarters. But in this situation, the computer plays it horribly, giving me this initially. But as you know, this play is going to be taken off. This drag is going to be taken away. And you got this quarter flat right here, which is playing some extremely good defense and passing this follow concept, this in route, over to his other zone, so there's nowhere for that to be found. And since the Broncos have a horrible, I mean horrible receiving core, he's just out here really just, running for his life. If you got a dude that has really good route running, you can make something work with this. Click on, use a catch, kind of low ball it. You get used to it, get in practice mode, figure it out. But this can be caught, but it's not something I would go to. It's not something I'm betting the house on. I'm just being completely honest with y'all. I'm not lying to y'all like these other dudes making these tips. The cover 4 really gives us problems. But, I don't got a man coverage play in my audibles on defense. My bad. But let's just walk through your man and zone beater, but your man beaters if you were to get man coverage. So your reads would still be the same. You'd be reading A up the seam initially. He'll be able to tell you from that man or zone coverage. So if you identify man, you got a nice shallow kind of drag concept with your RB tight end, and then you still got an in route by your B wide receiver, especially if you got dudes that can get open. If you have a faster tight end, let's say Noah Fant was RB, this is a really good route for him because he has those little, if you look at his route, it's special because he has two kind of hitches, 2 breaks in his shallow cross, which will create open lanes. So I really like that route against man coverage, and you still, like I said, have the B route working. And then if you got an actual wide receiver that's worth his salt, not Sutton, he will be able to get open on his route as well, which you will be able to click on, use a catch it, lead the pass correctly away from the defender, and you got 3 pretty daggone good options against man coverage. So this play is really good against cover 2. Really, really good against cover 3 like I showed you guys. It struggles against cover 4, but there are options if the defense doesn't do exactly what they're supposed to do. They don't play the defense correctly. And man coverage, you have quite a few options as well, guys. So hopefully this play is something that you guys can take into your own game plan. This plays in a few different playbooks, so it shouldn't be too hard to add to your game plan and your schemes. So if you really like this play, go ahead, thumbs it up for your boy. I would greatly appreciate it. It would mean the world to me. If you guys love this play, go ahead and subscribe. That would mean even more to me. That's telling me that you're liking what I'm doing, and I would super appreciate that. And if you guys have anything that you want to see tip-wise, strategy-wise, scheme-wise, anything, leave it in the comments and I'll see what I can do. Hopefully I'll be able to get that to you to make you a better Madden player, because without you guys there is no me. That's the entire reason this channel exists. If I can make one player just a little bit better at Madden just from one of my videos, that's all I want. So this WF Colonel representing WF Madden with the best, latest, greatest Madden tips. I'm out, guys.